The savannah wakes in silence, cradled in morning's first light. A thin veil of mist hangs above the golden grass, whispering to the wind as the earth stretches from slumber. Somewhere in this sprawling sea of dust and sun, life is stirring, raw, untamed, and destined to battle fate. Amid thorny acacia shadows beneath a broken tree warped by wind and time, a lioness lies hidden. Her breathing is shallow. Her gaze is fierce. Around her nothing stirs, except the quiet promise of something new. A low whimper escapes the tall grass. Then another. In the cocoon of concealment, 4 tiny cubs, blind and fragile, take their first breaths. Born into a world that offers no mercy, they are the newest legacy of an ancient bloodline, a lineage shaped by strength, sharpened by hunger, and etched into the dust of Africa. For now, they are defenseless. Their mother, hardened by seasons of drought and conflict, becomes their shield and sustenance. She hasn't eaten in days, yet she offers milk. She hasn't slept in hours, yet she remains alert. Her heartbeat is the only lullaby these cubs will know. For the first few weeks, they are shadows, hidden from the pride, hidden from hyenas, leopards, and even their own kind. Infanticide is a silent predator. Male lions, even those they share blood with, may destroy what they do not father. This is the lioness's burden, to nurture in secrecy, to protect against the very force that rules the plains. The days pass. The cubs grow stronger, their eyes open, cloudy windows to a savage paradise. One ventures out from the den, tumbling awkwardly over a root. Another tries to growl, but only a squeak escapes. Their innocence is a fragile bloom in a landscape ruled by tooth and claw. When the lioness rejoins the pride, she does so cautiously. The cubs follow her, clumsy and wide-eyed, stepping onto a stage where every actor plays for survival. The pride welcomes her with soft grunts and flicks of the tail. A nuzzle here, a gentle lick there. But the hierarchy is unwritten and unforgiving. The cubs learn quickly to wait their turn, to submit, to retreat when tension stirs. Each member of the pride plays a role in this unfolding drama. The lionesses hunt, the cubs observe, mimic, and memorize. The males, massive, maned, and majestic, guard the boundaries, though not always with noble intention. In truth, their presence is both a shield and a sword, for these males did not inherit the land. They conquered it. Every dominant coalition was once a band of outcasts, rogue males, cast out by their own fathers, left to wander the fringes. Their manes were not always thick, their muscles not always carved. They learned by watching, waiting, fighting, scavenging when they could, starving when they must, and when they returned they did so with fury in their hearts and blood in their eyes. These are the kings born from exile. Now, they rule. But ruling is not resting. Every sunrise brings challenge. The scent of unfamiliar males on the wind. A distant roar carried across the plains. A silent warning. We are coming. For the cubs, time becomes a race. A countdown etched into the dry earth. They must grow. They must learn. They must survive long enough to flee. In the heat of the dry season, the river vanishes into sand. Prey becomes scarce. The lionesses grow leaner. The males grow restless. The cubs, no longer tiny, begin to fight each other. Playful at first, then more brutal. There is no room for weakness. Even among siblings, dominance must be established. The strongest feed first, the weakest wait, or starve. One cub, the largest, begins to emerge as a force. His strides are more confident, his growls deeper. When he tackles his brother, it is no longer a game. The lioness watches closely. She does not intervene. She knows this is how it begins. One by one, time claims the weak. A fever takes the smallest. A crocodile snatches another while crossing the shallows. The remaining cubs are not yet adults, but childhood has ended. All that remains is the path of the lion. At nearly 2 years of age, the young males feel a shift. The pride's dominant males no longer tolerate their presence. What was once a gentle swat becomes a brutal cuff. The message is clear. Your time here is over. Exile is not an act of cruelty. It is a law older than the land itself. The pride is not a sanctuary. It is a test. Those who pass, leave. The night they are chased off, the stars are unblinking. The brothers run through the tall grass, panting, confused, enraged. Behind them, the roars of their fathers echo like thunder. Ahead, the world awaits, unforgiving and vast. The outlands are a place of silence and struggle. No herds, no shade, only rocks, wind, and solitude. The brothers hunt small game, warthogs, hares, the occasional unlucky antelope. But even that requires strategy, strength, sacrifice. One distracts, the other strikes. At first they fail. Hunger gnaws at their bellies. Their ribs show beneath the dust-caked fur. Scavengers circle, jackals, hyenas, vultures. They learn to fight off theft. They learn to share without conflict. Their bond is their armor. Weeks stretch into months. Scars begin to decorate their faces. The mane of the larger brother begins to darken. His roar deepens. Less a voice, more an earthquake. They roam across unseen borders, through lionless lands and enemy territories, always alert. A single mistake can cost everything. One evening, as the sky turns molten with dusk, they stumble upon a fresh kill. Zebra torn open. It's not theirs, but no lion is in sight. They creep forward, every sense on fire. Suddenly, a roar explodes nearby. 2 males emerge, older, larger, blood still dripping from their muzzles. The challenge is instant, teeth bared, muscles braced. A fight erupts beneath the red sky. Dust swirls, roars collide like thunder. One brother is knocked aside. The other stands his ground. He does not retreat. He lunges, he bites, he bleeds. The battle is not for food, it is for future. In the end, the intruding males back down, not defeated, but unwilling to gamble further. The brothers, panting and torn, claim the prize, their first victory. That night, beneath the stars, they feast. But more than meat fills their bellies. Confidence, purpose, the taste of possibility. They are not cubs anymore. They are lions. The seasons shift once more. The rains return. The plains turn green, dotted with newborn wildebeest and antelope. Life flourishes. And with it, opportunity. The brothers now seek what once cast them out. A pride. They roam farther, probing borders, scent marking, listening. Then one day they find it. A pride led by 2 aging males. Their roars still loud, but their bones weary. The brothers circle, watching, waiting, testing. Then the day comes. The sun rises red as blood. The younger males approach, side by side, manes bristling, eyes locked. The old kings rise to meet them. No words, no mercy. The battle is swift and brutal. The old fall beneath the fury of youth. The pride watches in silence. The lionesses do not mourn. They observe. They judge. Survival is not about sentiment. It is about strength. The brothers, bloodied but Standing claim their place. From the dust of exile they rise, new kings. But with power comes peril. The cubs sired by the fallen males still breathe. And now they are enemies. In a harsh act that defines the Lion Kingdom, the new rulers begin the purge. Infanticide ensures their bloodline will reign. It is savage, it is cruel, but it is the law of the strongest. The lionesses resist at first, but resistance fades. Time and nature have carved these rules deep into their bones. Soon, new life stirs again. The pride reshaped by fire and fang begins its next cycle, and from the shadows, the journey of strength begins once more. The sun hovers over the horizon like a golden blade, cutting through layers of cloud and casting long shadows across the African plains. In the heart of this endless kingdom, the new rulers rise with the dawn. Two brothers, hardened by exile, baptized in blood, now walk with the weight of sovereignty. Their roars echo across the savannah, not as a question, but a declaration. This land is theirs, for now. The pride adjusts, the way it always does. Lionesses fall into rhythm with their new kings. Some resist quietly, others surrender swiftly. Nature offers no pause for grief. The cubs of the old rulers are gone, their legacy erased in a night of violence. What remains is opportunity, a fresh season, a renewed dynasty. The lionesses begin to cycle again. The scent of fertility hangs in the warm wind, drawing the males close. Each mating is not just an act of survival, but of dominance. Every cub that will be born in the coming months will carry the blood of the new kings. Time begins to mold the coalition. The elder of the two brothers grows broader in the shoulders, his mane thick and black as midnight. His stride is purposeful, his stare unwavering. The younger, leaner, with a more watchful gaze becomes the scout, the guardian of their boundaries. Together, they are a storm, and the pride thrives. With the rains, the plains bloom into a green tapestry teeming with life. Herds of zebra and wildebeest move in lines that ripple like waves. Calves wobble on new legs, birds swarm the skies, and the lions hunt. The lionesses lead the charge. In moonlit coordination, they strike with the silence of falling leaves. They isolate the weak. They suffocate swiftly. Every kill is a lifeline. The cubs now born into the reign of new power feast and grow. These cubs are different, descendants of warriors, inheritors of fire. They tumble through the grass with reckless joy, stalk butterflies with predatory innocence. Their fathers watch from shaded knolls, eyes narrowed, listening for the distant sound of threat. Because every throne draws challengers. From beyond the eastern ridge, another coalition has emerged. Younger, bold, driven by the hunger of the unproven. They move like shadows, never lingering, always probing. The elder brother senses their presence before the first roar is heard. He marks more frequently, patrols farther. His mane catches the wind like a battle flag. The tension grows. One night, the air crackles with warning. Roars rise in the distance, answered immediately. The two coalitions have made contact. The elder male surges forward, his brother at his flank. They are not afraid, they are ready. What unfolds is not a quick battle, but a war of attrition. Days stretch into nights of roaring, posturing, chasing. The challengers do not retreat. They test every inch of the territory, drawing closer to the heart of the pride. The lionesses become nervous. The cubs are ushered away, hidden once again beneath the cloak of thickets and silence. Then the attack comes. It is sudden, brutal. The elder brother meets the intruders in the open. A blur of muscle and fury. He fights with the wrath of a lion who has lost before and sworn never to lose again. Teeth clash, claws rip, dust swirls, blood spatters the dry earth. One of the young challengers flees, his ear torn, his eye swollen shut. The other hesitates, too long. The elder brother lunges and pins him, jaws clamped around his throat. The silence that follows is deafening. The pride watches from afar. Victory belongs to experience. The elder male, though wounded, stands. His mane is matted with blood, his breath labored, but his roar, oh his roar, is thunder. The Savannah falls silent. He returns to the pride under moonlight, limping but undefeated. His brother flanks him, eyes always on the shadows. They know, this is not the last time. Power is not kept by strength alone, but by resilience and vigilance. Months pass. The cubs grow. The females nurse, hunt, nurture. And the kings remain watchful. But age, that silent assassin, begins its work. The elder brother's injuries heal but slowly. His limp never fully fades. He rises later each morning. He eats less. His fights, when they come, are shorter, more calculated. He conserves energy, guarding his reign with wisdom more than force. The younger brother, now in his prime, takes on more responsibility. He expands the patrols, drives off hyenas, keeps the scavengers at bay. Their bond deepens, not as equals, but as protector and legacy. Seasons shift once more. The dry wind returns, curling the edges of every leaf. Prey thins, waterholes shrink into mud. The pride must move or perish. Under the stars they journey, miles of cracked earth, herds that vanish into mirages. One lioness falters, her cub too young to keep pace. The kings press on, driven by instinct. The pride is not a democracy. It is a fire that consumes the slow. In this crucible, the cubs become survivors. One night, as thunder rumbles beyond the distant hills, the elder king stops walking. He lies beneath a baobab tree, eyes on the sky. His breath rattles. The younger brother stands over him, nuzzling gently. There are no roars, no farewells, just stillness. When the sun rises, one lion walks on. Alone. The pride does not stop. Life does not pause. The lionesses mourn in silence. The cubs forget quickly, but the younger brother, now the last of the coalition, carries the fire of both. He becomes a lion without a shadow. He rules with solitude, with fury. His mane thickens further, as if trying to fill the space his brother left behind. He mates, again. Fathers more cubs. Challenges other males with ferocity that borders on madness. He holds the land for 2 more seasons. But time never forgets. One fateful morning, while patrolling the eastern boundary, he finds himself surrounded. A coalition of 3 young and unscarred encircle him. He growls, he charges, but he is no longer who he was. The fight is brief. He disappears into the long grass, never seen again. The pride shifts once more. New males take the throne. The cycle resets cubhood, exile, battle, rain, fall, yet something lingers. The cubs born during his rule, his final legacy, grow strong. Among them, 2 brothers wrestle in the golden dusk, their manes just beginning to grow. Their eyes fierce and full of fire. They are watched by a lioness, older now, scarred, wise. She sees in them echoes of the past, of coalitions and kings, of betrayal and brotherhood. The land, too, remembers. Every scar on the earth is a story. Every roar, a reminder. And as the wind dances over the savannah once more, it carries with it the eternal truth of lion life. Survival belongs not to the gentle, nor to the ruthless alone, but to those who rise again and again, from dust and flame, to the strongest, to the wild, to those born to rule.